Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Code for Tech Solutions. Today in this video we are going to cover a new topic. So we are going to create Angular menu using Angular material menu, and in this we are going to create Sidenav menu bar using Angular material menu. And you can see this is the toggle we are going to implement. On click of this toggle, the menu panel will get opened along with the menu items, and on click of this toggle it will expand and collapse. Next thing, we have the different menu options items like home, dashboard, report, info, and logout along with their respective icons. And on click of each menu items, like let's say on click of home, it will show the respective page like home page. On click of dashboard, it will show the dashboard page, and likewise it will keep on showing for the rest of the menu items. And in fact, in short, we are going to implement the routing logic to show the respective page for the particular menu items. And apart from this, we are also going to implement nested menu items, or you can say multi-level menu items we are going to implement. And so first we can start with our simple implementation of simple menu item, and next we can implement the advanced menu items. Likewise we can go ahead. So I will request you to please watch this from start to end. So this is going to be very interesting. So just to reduce some time, so I have just created my new Angular application using command ng new, and let me show you what all versions we are using it here. Like Angular CLR, we are going to use 18.2.5, Node 20.11.1, and let me show you the NPM version as well. And NPM version is 10.5.0. So these are all latest versions with which we have created our application. Now let us go to our project folder, and here we can run our application and check if everything works fine. This is the ngserve-o. It will launch our application into the browser. Fine, we can see our application is running fine. Now let us open one new terminal. Here we can go to our application folder, and here now we can see by now we have not added the Angular dependency. You can check the package.json. Here we have not added the Angular dependency. We need to add that. We can use this command like ng add angular / material. So this command will add Angular material library to our project. So here we can type Y for installing 18.2.8 material version, and we can go with the default theme for now. And this default theme is Azure-blue. And for material typography, we can type Y and include and enable animations. Yes. Fine. Now we can check the Angular material is added successfully. Now we can go to so let me open one new tab, and here we can search for Angular 18 material menu, and we can start with some simple menu first, and then we can see the advanced menu implementation part. Now you can scroll down, and here you can see this menu you can select, and this is the simple menu implementation. Let us copy the code. You can go it here, and here we can copy this code. Let us go to our app.html. Here we can remove everything and we can add it. Sorry, so we need to remove everything and we can add it. Okay, now we need to add import for we need to open the TS file as well and check what is there. So this is the TS file, and we need to add this import because we are using the button as well as menu. So these are the imports we need to add. Now here we can add one import statement for this button module, and we are taking it from Angular material and button. Similar way we can add import for this matte menu module, and we are done with. Okay, now let me close the various options which are available, tabs. Okay, fine. Now our application, we can rerun our application and check, or we can copy the URL, which is like, let me open, and here we can say localhost 4200. Yes, fine. We can see it is showing the menu, and on click of this menu it is showing the atom 1 and atom 2 as the menu items. Okay, now we have implemented the simple menu. Now let us check what next we can implement. Like this is like menu mat menu trigger. Now we can implement the toggling functionality. So on click of this toggle, so it should open the menu panel along with the atoms. That part we can implement. Now let us go to our TS file first, and here we can add this. We can add the import for this one. Fine. This is the import for this. We can add any for now. You can save it. Seems good. So we have added the TS part. Now we need to add our HTML part as well. These icons we are going to use. Now we can simply copy this much code, and we need to add this into our HTML. So now let us do one thing here. We can say we can add some line break. Fine, this much is enough. Now we can add this code. Now for this matte icon, it is showing error, so we need to add the matte icon module as well. So here we can add matte icon module. That's it. We can save it. Now you can see it is, that error is resolved. Fine. Now we can save it. Now let us check on the browser. Fine. So this is like, it is showing matte atom 1 and atom 2. It is not showing these menu items. So what we can do, so this menu we can name it like menu 0, or we can say it's a menu 1, and same we can give reference set here, and this is, we can name it like menu 2, and here we need to change it accordingly. We can save it. Now let us check. Now if you click on this one, so this is the menu 1, it is showing, and here if you click on this one, it is showing the this menu items along with these icons, you can see, and this second option is disabled, we can see. So this is the disabled, which is a voicemail. Seems good. Now we can see how this is showing. Now next thing, like in order to customize the menu position, like right now by default the menu items are showing below. Now if you want to show above, how we can do that? Like let's say here is our matte menu, so here we can add this like above position. Now let us check how it works. Now it is not showing, so let us rerun our application. Make sure you have saved everything. Now you can see it is showing above along with the icons, and these are the menu item labels. It is showing as expected. So this is about showing the position of the menu item above. So we can make it as a below. Seems good. Now this is about customizing the position of the menu items. Next we can see how we can implement the nested menu. Now we can simply copy this much code, and let us, here we can add some line break. That's it, and here we can save it. Now we can see we have these animals as a menu at mat menu. Now let us add some button for toggling, and here this is the animals. We can copy and edit it here for this button. This is for like nested menus we are using this animals. This is for toggle button. We have added this button part, and these are the menus for animals, and these are some menu items. Now this menu item has submenus, and we have covered the menu item at here. Like for vertebrates, we have covered the menu item set here. Now for now, this is the second level menu item. Now we can let's say we can remove this part. Submenus, we don't want to multiple submenus here. This much second level we can see, and you can apply it to any level which you want. Now here, this is for vertebrates. Similar way we can add for these invertebrates, and we can copy it, can add it here, and for we can now here we can remove this because this is for again next level we don't want to go to. Now here we can say it's for ant, and this is for we need to give some invertebrates. Now here we can add butterfly. Next we can add bee, and here we can add like octopus, and we can remove this much is enough. Fine. Now we have, this is the parent menu for animals, and for this we have this invertebrates and vertebrates and invertebrates as a menu items for the parent menu. Now these are the menu items, and for this vertebrates it has submenu, and these are the submenu items we have covered. Now these submenu items again have this fish as a nexted submenu. Now we need to cover that, but for this vertebrates we have covered the submenu, and for this we have covered a submenu here. Fine. Now what we can do, like we can add the menu items for fish. Now let's do that. We can simply copy it and add it, and here we can make it for, let's say, fish, and here we can add some fish, like let's say dolphin. Next here we can add whale, and we can say sunfish, and we can say goldfish, and we can save it. Now what we have done, this is the main menu, this is the toggle for main menu for animals, and animal has menu items like vertebrates, invertebrates, and this vertebrates has these submenus, and for this invertebrates it has these many submenus, and this like this vertebrates has a fish as a nexted level submenu, and we have covered this fish at here. Now let us save it and check how it works. Okay, fine. Now let us check. We have vertebrates, and it has fish and all these menu items, and we have next level of submenus for fish, and we have covered this many, and for invertebrates it is showing as such. So this is about nexted level of menu items we have covered. We can say nexted menu or multi-level menu items we have covered. Now next what we can see, like next what we can do, like sometimes what happens, like even if our panel is closed, still our menu content will get initialized. So we want to initialize our menu content only after it is opened. So to achieve that we can use this ng template. Now this ng template we can add to our before our menu items. Now what we can do, like let's say this is animals, and before our menu items we can add it here. Likewise we can add to the rest of the menu items, but for now we can add for this parent level items. Fine, we can save it. Now let us check what next is there. So this is about rendering. Now let us do how we can pass the data to the menu. Okay, so here now this is our log of menu, and here we can add some name like this one. So we can check where we have covered this log of. So we have not covered the log of kind of menu, so let us do that. So first what we can do, we can, okay, so let us do like here we can copy this as is, and we can create one more menu items, like let us say we can add one line break, and this is the app menu. So here we can add one uh, toggle button so that it will get opened on click of that. Now it here, and this app menu we can copy and give it here. Seems good. Now let us check how it works. Like we are passing the data name for as Sally and is Bob. Now let us check how it works. This is for Bob and this is for Sally. So let's say here we can add one line break and it here as well, and can save it. Now this is the in a common way settings and log of. Now next we can see it is with Sally and it is with Bob, log of with Bob. So what we have done, we have passed this name as a data to this log of buttons like this one. This we can use whenever we want to show the name of the logged in person or kind, so that time, or in any other scenario like this one. Fine. So we have covered this section like passing data to the menu items. Now what next we can do, we can create now we can create our actual menu items dynamically. So that part we can do. Now for that what we can do, first we need to define the menu items what we want to show on the screen. Now this is our TS file. So here what we can do, we can say our app menu items, and here we can mention what label we are going to use. Let's say first we can, it's a kind of type is a string, and next we are going to use link as a string as well, and here it's array, and we are going to actually add the first menu for the for that first menu item. What label we are going to use, like it's a home, and link we are going to use like let's say /home. So this is for home menu. Similar way we can keep a track, we can implement the other menu items. We have total 5 menu items. Now this is for dashboard, and this is for a report, and this is for info, and finally this is for, let's say, logout. Seems good. Fine. Now here we have added this many, we have prepared one constant which will store all the menu which we want to display on the screen. Now on our HTML side. So now what we can do here, we want to show our menus at the very first. Okay, fine. So we can add some line break it here. Now here what we can do, we can copy this, like we can copy one button to toggle, and we can say it is like our application menus. So let us check if it has repeated anywhere. No, fine. Next thing what we can do, like to create the menu items. So first of all, here we are going to show the mat menu. So we can copy this like this and edit it here, and this is the app menus. We need to mention it here. Seems good. Now inside this mat menu, now we are dynamically generating the menu items. So here what we can do, first of all, we can copy this menu item part like this one, and before we show any menu items, let us say we need to use, we can use some span just to iterate, like we can use *ng4, and here we can mention like let item of, and what variable we have mentioned it here. So we can copy it. This is our variable, and we want to use this to iterate on the spam. Now this button we need to put into the spam because it is a loop, and we want to iterate inside this one. Now this is like it should be inside quote. Fine. Now for each item, like we need to display it here. Now you can see we can use one more span, and here we can display, sorry, like item dot, and we can give it a label, and to display the label as is fine. And here we can make it strong, like bold. We want to show it, and these are the menu items. We can add it inside this one. Seems good. Now for this ng4, we need to import our here form modules or common modules. We need to import. Fine, we can save it. Now we have added this atom labels. Now let us check how it shows. Now before this, like we need to show the mat icon as well, and for this, mat icon, we can add icon like on this item dot label, and the icon itself we can make it too lowercase, and that is not the icon we are going to display. Like it here we have this label. Now the first letter is capital, so we are making it lower case everywhere, so that icon we can use. Okay, fine. Now we can save it. Now it should first show the icon, next it should show the menu, and this should get used from this app menu items which we have defined. Now let us check how it works. Now this is our menu. Seems good. It is showing as expected. Fine. Now let us add some width. So this is the button. We can add some width like 175 pixel, and this is the span. Here we want to add some color, like can add color, and for this label seems good. Now let us check how it looks. Fine, it seems good. Now let us do one thing. Now on click of home, dashboard, report, it should show the particular page on the screen. So to show the respective pages on the screen, first we need to create the component for that. So let us do that. Let me open one new terminal. Here what we can do, we can create our first component using command ng generate component, and here we can name our component home, and we can use standalone. Now we can see it has created our first component, and each component has its CSS, HTML, text file, and TS file. Now similar way we can create one more component for dashboard, and we can create one more for a report, and last one is for info. Fine. So we have created 4 different components, and for logout we are not going to create any component, so we are keeping as is. Fine. Now for this dashboard, let's say for this, now for this all, what we can do, like we need to define some routes at here. Now here we can say we can add some path, and let's say for home we are going to generate the component which is the home component. Similar way we need to add the respective component. We have 4 component, like it's a dashboard. Here we should show dashboard component, and for report we are going to show report component, and for info we are going to show info component. Fine. Now here we need to add comma as fine. Save. Now we have added this. Now one more thing, like to work this route, so we need to do like here we need to add router outlet. Let's say this is okay. So here we can add our router outlet, and we can save it. Now let us check. Now here one more thing we need to add, like on click of this, so we need to add a router link to our button, so that, so this is our button, and here we can add router link like this one, and here we can call atom dot link, and here we need to add import for router link, and save it. Fine. Now let us check how it works. Like now we can see on click of home it is showing the home. On click of dashboard, it is showing the dashboard work. Fine. Now let us add some here, like this is the dashboard. Now here we can put some h3 header inside here, that we can add some strong, like to show it bold, and we can say welcome to dashboard page. Sit. And here we can add some style, we can add some color, like we can add color as a red, and we can add some margin left as a 200 pixel. Fine. Now let us check how it looks. This is the dashboard, seems good. Now this is for dashboard. Similar way we can add for respective component, like it's for home, and here we can change it to home. Save. And we can add for info. This is for info page. And finally we can add for report. This is the report page. Now let us see how it works. Fine. So this is for home, this is for dashboard, this is for report, and this is for info. Seems good. That means our routing is working fine, and we have successfully linked our pages to these menu items. And with this, like, we have covered everything what we have discussed. Now if you want to delete this below items, like here we can go at our, so this is like we want to show this much, and below this if you want to remove, you can simply cut and remove this much code is enough. Seems good. It is showing this is for home page, this is for dashboard, report, and info. Now with this we are done with what we have discussed. So I hope you must have enjoyed this. I will request you to please like and subscribe the same, and thank you so much for watching this.